Hey, good morning. It's Jen Carsonson. I'm Realtor in Memphis. Sell about 100 houses a year. So follow along with me for a day in life of what I do every day to get 100. Today is Thursday. I am headed to a closing. I'm going to tell you about it. If you don't dominate expireds and you want help dominating expireds, I have been doing expireds for 18 years, and I have everything that you need to dominate expireds available to you in my stand store. Links in my bio. What I have offered there is my expired course on how to exactly what I do, how I do it, when I do it, the cadence at which I do it, what I say, how I say it, how I organize my folks, how to get over objections, all that stuff's available in an expired course that I have. And about 100 of you have taken it, so thank you so much. And I'm getting stories like in a DM about, oh, I just got this listing appointment because of what you said, so thank you so much. That's literally why I'm doing it. That aside, also there's the expired letter that I use to send out to the people that have expired. So this closing that I'm going to is an example of an expired call that I made. They reached out to me. They said there was something about my letter. I was like, I hear that a lot, so happy to talk to you. They expressed to me how awful their relationship was with their former agent and the things that they did and the misunderstandings, and they were actually like yelling at the client, like whatever. I mean, there's 5 sides to every story, right? But anyway, they were unhappy, so they chose not to renew. They were extremely discouraged. They didn't know what to do. They lost all hope in realtors. They thought we were all the same, which most consumers do. So fast forward, I go meet with them. They even had, I think they met with like 4 or 5 realtors, okay? So I was somewhere in the middle. Normally I like to go last, but my fault, I didn't check to see how many people I was interviewing up against. So when I get there, there's this like massive floral arrangement on the dining room table, like where I have to like move one of the branches to like continue to talk to them. And then at one point I was like, could we scooch this a little bit over so I can like show you the data properly? And they're like, oh yeah, and this is from one of the agents that we met with. I go, you interviewed an agent that got you a giant bouquet of flowers, but they didn't bring you interior photos of the competition? And they just kind of stared at me just like I just stared at you. And I was like, I mean, that's really awesome, but like, I would rather show you what's selling in your neighborhood. And they were like, yeah, me too. And so anyway, they ended up picking me. And the reason why they picked me was because I told them it might not be price. I said, you expired, but tell me about your marketing. So like went into the differences between advertising and marketing, because there is a difference. You need to know the difference between what advertising is and what marketing is. Advertising is the money that you spend to actually bring the buyers to the house, and then marketing is the material. So we went over all of that, and she was like, yeah, I feel like this was a marketing issue. And I was like, yeah, I'm tending to agree with you because you're like, and I started rattling off like all the reasons because they are in a like unique spot. And so I started talking about how great that was and how we can market that. And the fact that we're a team and we can do open houses, we were doing open houses like once a week, twice a week, etc. And they were just like blown away because they didn't have that with the other agent, which is fine. I mean, open houses are not like the end all be all, but it is a path of advertising. So anyway, turns out we did not have to lower the price, and they sold their house for the same price as they expired with another agent. Why is that important? Because it just goes to show that if you have a good marketing strategy and a good advertising strategy, that it's not always price. And it's so refreshing to be able to give these homeowners exactly what they deserve, which is a home that sells for an acceptable price without constant down arrows. And they are so happy that they cannot stop talking about how happy they are. They feel like we're heroes and magicians and we're the greatest people on the planet. But really, we just did it right. And so, fun fact too, one of my tennis girlfriends went to pick up a couch from their house, and she texted me. She's like, oh my God, your sellers at this address were like raving, capital RAVING, about you. They think you're the greatest person on the planet. And I was like, I know. I literally just did what I told them I was going to do. Like, I love them back. So anyway, I'm going to go to their closing, and I have story after story after story about this. Not at all to brag whatsoever, but to show you that it is possible that just because someone expired on the market does not mean that it was price. Sometimes it's marketing.